What an absolute banger for the what is this? What is it? It's not penultimate. Whatever the third last time for 2025, we are here. I must have fallen asleep in the English session that was discussed. We are back. Selection table round 22. Gold Coast Suns. Can't wait for this one. Couple of late absentees. The beautiful Ian Brownie. Last minute out, something came up. I'll leave you guys to work that one out. And massive apologies from Nick Horsburgh, who, due to work commitments, unfortunately had to bail very late. So there was going to be 5. There is now 3, which is a very good movie and book. Then there was one by Agatha Christie. So well worth a read or a peruse at your leisure. Welcome to chat. I see you all here. Joining me as always, looking very relaxed, very comfy. He's got his Oodie on. Mr. LekDog, how are you, my son?
And it is a brand name Oodie, so just keep that in mind. Not a knockoff. It's good to be here. I didn't expect an Agatha Christie reference off the bat, but excited to talk Gold Coast, excited to talk teams. I had the sad realization today that the Gold Coast game will be the last game I attend this year. So I'm hoping for a positive return, though expecting something a little different.
Hey, mate. Well, we always have you. Nick's in chat as well. We miss you, Nick. Look, we will get you back one stage because we miss you. We miss the bubbliness. But we've got a very strong lineup here because we've also got a man he's already ready to celebrate whatever the big news is tonight. He's got his Carlton branded. This is a show of brands. No knockoffs here. Got the great man himself, Jono Baruch. Jono, how you going, mate?
Evening, Plum. Evening, LekDog. We've got the Carlton kit on tonight because it's the first jumper I grabbed out of my cupboard tonight, and I'm off to play a game of social football after this, and we usually try playing footy colours. So that's why I'm wearing the kit tonight, mainly just because it is warm and it's still nice and cold in Melbourne town. But yeah, show some solidarity for the boys, at least the boys that we think are trying to give a shit out there on the field. And, this is a Carlton show, so bring some Carlton paraphernalia to it. And yeah, I also had the realization this week, like LekDog, when I was asked a few times, "Oh, you're going to go to the game?" I was like, when are we playing? Saturday night. Where is it? Marvel. And the big sigh of like, oh my God, can I actually be schlepping all the way to Marvel? Is real at this time of year. It honestly is. But hey, 3 weeks to go and 10 days to go, more likely.
You know what? Can I just congratulate you, Jono, as well, that you haven't fallen into the trap of Australian football media? Because just before we went live, I had a little bit of a scroll. And I love the fact that they took a picture of Michael Voss leaving and alluded to it could be anything else than the poor guy's just finished work.
Oh, my God. Man finishes work and drives home. Like, get that on the fucking front page.
I've got to say, congratulations to the Collingwood fan who first comment on that was Carlton rotting the soft cap, sees driving a Hyundai, which did make me chuckle immensely. I have to admit, it did make me chuckle. He's driving a Hyundai. We're obviously paying him under the table. Quality, but well played. But big show tonight because you know what? This could be the last Michael Voss show. Could be. We might be doing a selection table for coaches next. So what we do, chat, if you are new around here, which you shouldn't be because the numbers have stayed pretty consistent all year. Well done you as well, chat. Beautiful to see the faces. Hunter, Sandra, Kate, Says, Matt Gandolfo, Matt Lang, all the regulars, Sonny, the beautiful Sandra James, all of you are in here. I like this as well. I'm glad Says gave this a reference. You get something different on the Pommyinoz show. How many other places would you get? Do you know what I mean? A movie, a literature, and an OnlyFans reference in a sentence. Do you know what I mean? Like, Don't see any of the other fan channels doing that, man. Don't see it. There might be a reason they don't do it. I like to think it's because we're unique. So let's start. LekDog, chat, throw your ideas in. What are our 5 non-negotiables against Gold Coast?
Earplugs, so they don't listen to whatever's spoken about at halftime, because the instruction seems to be stop what you're doing, start losing. So 4-quarter application would be my nice way of putting that.
Have you seen
that? They say at halftime.
Well, have you seen that leak that's been going around that evidently Michael Voss did a team talk where he's just said, I was born with a ball in my hand?
No. What?
No.
So it's going all around, and it was actually reported by the media that evidently that is some of the things that he says, but like that was how he validated like something that he told the players, because he was like, you can take it from me because I was born with a ball in my hand. And I was like, I was just trying to imagine being a full-grown adult and someone telling me that as validation. I'd look at him and be like, dickhead. Like, genuinely, that's what I'd be. Dickhead.
I mean, I'll put it to you this way. At halftime in my Carlton group chat, we were up by whatever we were up, a few goals, and I said, watch this. We are absolutely going to shit the bed after the halftime address. And, well, we did. So, and I know that's not like doesn't make me Notre Damus, because like it happens every week, but fuck, it's so predictable.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's not Nostradamus, LekDog. It's just you've watched it for the last 20 weeks and you know exactly how it goes.
Yeah. And I don't even think it's anything we say or do at halftime. I think it's just like clubs know that we won't react to how they react. And yeah.
We just play a guessing game. Me and my brothers have got a group, or if we've got a WhatsApp group, or if we're not watching it together, we try to pick the time that the opposition hit in front. Like, it's either going to be the 15-minute mark of the third quarter or the 4th minute mark of the last quarter. And nearest to the pin tries, nearest to the pin wins.
What do you win?
Oh, sometimes
Depression.
It's a Slurpee, sometimes it's a beer, sometimes it's a slap on the back, but nothing major yet. Sibling bragging rights is usually pretty good, though.
To be fair, there's nothing better than sibling bragging rights. I'll give you that. I mean, John, on that note, what is your non-negotiable?
Well, it kind of feeds into the 4-quarter application that LekDog was talking about, but it's very easy and noticeable to see when you've been watching us play week to week. That's not a bad shout, Sandra McDonald. Get Pom in the rooms to address the players. No, but I think ultimately you just want to see, and this is more on the senior players than the young players, because at the moment the young players are showing the way for the senior guys, and you just don't want to see them drop their heads. And you see, the moment someone drops their head is when the opposition starts to get a run on. And from then on, you just know that there's no way back in this game. And I can't pinpoint the moment in last week's game, because let's be honest, I was hungry at that point and waiting to break the fast, and I did. But you just knew that once they got, I think, their second goal in the third quarter, and you knew then and there that Freo were going to hit the front and they were going to go and win the game. And it was just a matter of when. And there was nothing that Carlton could do about it, because they'd dropped their heads and they'd resigned to themselves to the fact that we're losing this game. Here's another one. So it sort of rolls one into the other. 4-quarter application, and just keep your heads up. Yes, not everything is going to go perfectly your way in a game of football. Just keep your head up.
Mate, I love it. I love it. Mine's really simple. Did a golf lesson today, right? And this was actually the advice I gave. And it's so simplistic, it doesn't hurt. Have you thought about not being shit? Right? And it sounds ridiculous to say, but genuinely, I think we overthink it. So just look, quite simply, stop being shit. Just do it. Just do it. Like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it helped the gentleman in question. Like, just stop being shit and just do it. You know what I mean? Like, it really is. So that might put you off me addressing the players. I did say, actually, during the watch long, if you watch, the AFL have issued a 10K fine if you trash the coaching room. And when Lewis Young did that handball out of nowhere that missed Jacob Waitering 10 metres behind him, just so you know, the club would have been writing a check for $1 million to the... I would have smashed the fuck out of that room. Honestly, that coach's box would have been nothing but rubble. I don't know how Voss doesn't do it, because I would have broken everything. Wires, the shitty little iPad and the little ear pods that fucking Anson has in, everything would have been smashed. I would have gone off. Let's have a look what we got. Aggression and mongrel. I like that. A little bit of fire. We should have said that. Don't drop your head, drop them. That would have been good. Older players to lead the way, support the young guys. You know what, Kate? I like that. We're going to combine them. Right, we're going to combine them. We're going to have mongrel fight, and we're going to have leaders lead. Followers follow. Oh, yeah. Hey, I like that. Hey, look, you know what? I like that. Stop being shit. Brilliant. Don't drop your head. Brilliant. Fuck what application. Good. Mongrel fight. Leaders lead. Followers follow. Genuinely, you laugh, but stop being shit. Sometimes I think, just from a coaching aesthetic, sometimes people have doubt. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's easier to act on doubt at times under pressure than it is act on instinct. They're the ugly twins when you're under pressure. Doubt, instinct. Doubt, instinct. And most people go towards doubt, which is just being shit. Just give in to it. Pressure's good. Pressure turns me on. I like a bit of pressure, man. Can't beat it. But here we are. So you'll see 3 names. And what I tried to do is have a little bit of fun. So you've got Pommy, LekDoggy, and then I tried to work out what we could do for Jono. So we've got Jono E.
Jono E.
See, that was literally how I did it. I was like, let's see if we can do it.
Get back to people.
I was like, how do we do Jono? And I was like, Jono E.
What about Johnny? Just plain old Johnny.
Yeah, I was going to do that, but I was like, maybe you don't like it because I don't like Danny.
Danny,
I don't like.
Yeah,
I might start calling you that.
No, I actually have a friend. I have a friend, and his first name on his birth certificate is legitimately Danny, Danny.
It shouldn't be a real name.
No, it's very interesting. He's a lovely guy. Shout out to Danny if you're somehow watching this, if you know it even exists. But he's a lovely guy. It's just very interesting that not Daniel, just Danny.
It's an odd one.
You know what? I have a real thing about people that have nicknames as a name. Like, that's just bizarre to me.
Oh,
like, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
You see, I don't like my full
you get
name
into
either.
people, Pom, for having 2 first names.
Yeah,
two first
I've
names
got a thing with names, Jono. Hyphenated names, 2 names. People who introduce themselves with their middle name, that's a new one. I recently came across someone who actually introduced themselves with their middle name. Right. And I was like, just call me a twat. Do you know what I mean? Like, that literally is you saying you don't want me to ever give you a colloquialism name. I'm not. I don't care what your middle name is. Couldn't give less of a shit. I forget my kids' middle names.
Yeah, but it's the name that you go by, and then people discover, hang on, you've actually got another name, and we're calling you by your middle name. And people get freaking tripped out.
Yeah, you know the other one that annoys me as well is when people give themselves nicknames as well.
Well, don't ask me how I got my nickname.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Actually, shout out Fiona from Bomber Banter because Wait, I wound her up for about 20 minutes saying LekDog's real name is actually legally LekDog. It was so much fun. I was like, it's his fucking name. What are you on about? So, Lek, you'll see, new team sheet. I've adapted it.
Yeah, like it.
Says that's the cheat code, though, my lovely. Look, add an S. It's not that hard. Parents out there, if you want the cheat code of having 2 first names, add a fucking S. It's not hard. Then it becomes, becomes plural. Cheat.
Shout out to Matt Lang, who said, how am I first? I'm meant to go last. I did say to Pom, if I didn't come up first this week on the random spin, I'd quit the show. So I guess I'm still on the show, Pom.
Yeah, and I didn't. There's no way I can trick that. So I was like, this would be hilarious. That's probably why I changed the names, because usually it's a template. So I thought maybe if I change the names, will it flick it? And it seemed to. But here's the team. You'll see. Hopefully, this is easy for you people at home, because I do read. Some of you said you were colorblind, and sometimes the colors I use. So I tried to simplify it. So give me some feedback. But LekDog, take me through your team.
All right. So Cowan, Young, and Haynes in defence. I've kept Young in the team because we do like to play 3 talls, and I don't necessarily want Cowan to play tall. I want him to be a bit more mobile, go up on the wing at times. So Young to full back, Wiedering at centre half back. He gets to play off his man for a week, have a bit of fun up against the Gold Coast, although we know in reality that won't happen. In comes my half-back line of distributors in Wilson and Charlton. I want them kicking the football, and I don't want Adam Sard in the team doing it. I love Adam Sard, but he has lost me. He needs to... I don't mind if he just sits out for the rest of the season, to be honest. Give me a bit of vision of the future, some players with some dare, some players who might take it on a bit. Akers probably did enough for me to stay in the team just with Cripps and Hollands as my other 2 centre line players, with on the bench Lucas Camporelli being my wing rotation with Akers and Hollands. Campo hasn't been amazing in the VFL, but I'd love to see him back in the team, get a vision of the future. He might be our starting wingman next year. Carroll on the bench, by the way, is my 7th defender. Moya O'Keefe as our second tall / pinch hitter ruckman. Williams starts in the forward line, but he will rotate through the midfield. Evans, the GOAT, Frankie Evans, Mackay and Motlop. Fogarty is sort of our half-forward rotation. I think he probably did enough just to stay in the team. We're also kind of clutching at straws this week. And Durden is my small sort of pressure forward rotation. And either of them are probably going to be the guys you sub off for Young, who will be my sub. And then you got Pitto, Hewitt, and Lord on the ball. I don't necessarily think he needs to do a run with roll, but he was pretty good last week. And it's weird when you play a player in his natural position, what they can give you. Out comes Sard, O'Farrell injured, White just haven't seen enough, really want to like him and really want him to be successful, just haven't seen it. And TDK, because we know on this show, I drop Tom DeConning every week.
Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Question comes in from the legend that is Wayne. G'day, Wayne. Hope you and your daughter are well, mate. Wilson, some question marks over his foot. His disposal by foot. Is that a concern to your LekDog?
I mean, I don't think he's replacing anyone who's been bloody amazing by foot. So not really a concern. Obviously, you want your players to be able to kick, but I think he's done enough across the last couple of years on the list to have a crack. I actually thought he was unfairly dropped when he came up to the seniors earlier in the year. I probably thought he had done enough to stay in the team. So I think he just deserves a crack. And if you find out at senior level over these last 3 games, 1 against a tough opponent, 2 against a theoretical easy opponent, though we will probably drop all 3. If he's not good enough, he's not good enough. But let's find out rather than guessing in the off season.
Yeah.
And 2 quality track questions from chat. Can you sing?
Terribly.
Yeah. And did you keep Fogarty in because the cupboard is bare? Like, he's getting a bit bare, isn't it?
I mean, it's tough, right? So I'm looking at my list of available players, theoretically available players. Mitch McGovern, Sam Walsh. I'm not bringing either of them in this week. Adam Chera, I'm not bringing him in. Tom DeConning, I've dropped. Jackson Binns. I think it was he the emergency last week, travelling emergency, but didn't play. Monahan, Boyd, again, travelling emergency, but didn't play. Chincotta returned in the VFL and had an okay game. And Matt Duffy, and that's your list of available players. And I'm not bringing back your Chera, Walsh, or McGovern. I just don't really see the point. So, yeah, who's left? It's him or Will White, and I guess I'd rather him.
Not far. Any questions for the young man, Jono?
Not really any questions. Just spoiler, we've both picked the greatest ruckman of all time, Hudson O'Keefe.
Very good.
It's more so we all saw the post from the club on I think it was Monday saying, "Oh, how good was Harry Mackay? He had 10 tackles, right?" Which is, I guess, everything you want to see from your key forward, having 10 tackles. So the question for LekDog, with my tongue very much in my cheek, is how many tackles is Hudson O'Keefe going to have this week?
Well, if he's pinch hitting in the ruck, he'll get a couple. But believe it or not, that's not what I'm going to grade him on in his performance this week. I actually think
You mean you're actually going to grade a forward on kicking goals?
Yeah, kicking goals and what he does when he pinch hits in the ruck. Call me crazy. So
picking players and getting them to do the roles that they're meant to do.
I know it's sort of rocket surgery, brain surgery sort of stuff, but yeah, ideally, I want O'Keefe to contest in the air, take a couple of marks. We know he's actually all right below his knees, but I don't need him to be. Kick a goal or two and have 15 hitouts and I'll be happy.
Let's get him a goal.
I will say, by the way, I was just thinking about singing Kate. If you go to my YouTube channel, there actually is this a ironic song that I made that is on my YouTube channel.
There's better than that. He might not be able to sing, but this guy is the world's best white rapper of all.
That is not visible. I can tell you that is not visible. If you have the link, you'll be able to find it, but that is not visible. Honestly,
the best rapper of all time. You know what? As an end of season special, we will do a live reaction to that video. How's that? So stay tuned. I have a question for you, Lex. So
hit me.
So obviously, JSOS at the minute is being shown around football clubs more than his beautiful mother Joe, because every time you go to any AFL club, they have the normal TV on, so you always get that beautiful ad she does for Chemist Warehouse. If he goes, obviously Carlton are entitled to a compensation pick. However, if he goes, Carlton won't be able to use it on free agency, because if they buy a free agent, it will affect it, right? So that being said, round one, JSOS has gone and Harry O'Farrell obviously injured. Who are your two starting key position players? And chat, give me your answer. Who are your two starting key position players? Are you buying one and fucking off the JSOS trying to get a freebie? You trading in one, or are you just sticking with what you got?
Jeez, that's a tough question. I'm not confident Mitch McGovern's around. Wiedering is obviously one. So then it's on the current players. It's Young or Haynes. Haynes I wouldn't even actually consider a key position, to be honest. So you're looking at Young or Dean. It's not going to be Dean who's first place. You probably do need to go shopping for an in-between sort of player. I don't necessarily know if we got the player on the lift. Could be Brody Kemp. Again, he's a free agent. He's not a free agent. He's out of contract. I'm just not sure, A, when he's going to be back and fit, and B, I still don't think we know what position he actually plays. So It's a long way of me answering, saying it has to be young and Wiedering based on the players that we will have on the list right now. I'm just looking through the list of free agents to see if there's anyone we can get that would be worth losing the pick for.
I'll give you a clue. Not really.
Nah, it's like Brandon Starcevic.
I'll give you two names that you could potentially look to get in to fill the void. The first one is you throw a bone to one of the blokes who should have been put on the list at the start of the year.
That's a good shout.
Ethan Phillips.
Yep.
He's actually had a pretty good year in our AFL. And the other one that I'm going to throw up as a suggestion, and I'm interested to hear from you blokes and the chat as to what you think his value is, but there's a few whispers going around that Jake Lever might look to get out of Melbourne amidst everything that's gone on there. So if you could get him on the... Sorry?
I said it'd be one of many, yeah.
But what would his value be?
Second, I reckon.
Yeah, I actually think I think realistically he's worth less, but you pay the second. So
yeah. So
in an ideal world,
we get a second
whatever
round compensation pick for Sauce, would you ship that to Melbourne for Jake Lever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you do.
You see, the fascinating thing
yeah.
The fascinating thing we've got is why our list is so disjointed. Is this has happened quite a lot with Carlton, usually through injury or non-development, but they see a hole that they thought would be filled, i.e. someone like Harry O'Farrell will just simply replace JSOS next year, and Dean would be that interim between McGovern and Haynes as we do that. This is where Carlton's list management falls off, and they go out and buy a name, or they buy someone they'll do an overpay to fill the gap, which then will stifle the development of said young player and also take opportunities away from the developing side of things. So I find it, I'm with you. I think it's Ethan Phillips. Like if I was the list manager, I'd be like, right, it's only 12 months. Harry O'Farrell is going to be it. Haynes can swing key position. He did many times at GWS. Ethan Phillips, last man standing, stopgap, but I need to keep that spot free because in 2027, that's Harry O'Farrell's job. So I want to make sure whoever is replacing him today, I can just bullet in the head at the end of the year, no questions asked, and say, Harry, it's your job, kidder.
Yeah, I'm just looking at a bunch of guys that are out of contract. It's like Dara Joyce if you wanted an interim player, but I think it's a good shout on Ethan Phillips. How old is he? 26?
Just threw up in my mouth when you said Dara Joyce.
It's just like like the standard lockdown key position defender that's available. There's always some.
Lever wouldn't be 30. Like Lever would be.
He'd be 30 starter next season.
Be 30 starter next season.
Yeah.
But you know he would be coming on at 800k. So like if JSOS is 650, 700.
But I also feel like he's had his big contract though.
He's still contracted until 2028.
You'd absorb when? Sorry, LekDog. When's he?
2028. He's still contracted to.
Yeah, so it's still
that
3-year deal. You're going to have
out and maybe you tack on an extra 200.
So in 20, he got apparently it was a 5-year deal for $850 a season.
Yeah. So you see, that's what I mean. That's what we do quite a bit. We have an injury or someone doesn't develop. Adam Chera, Adam Sard. They are recruitments because your development has been rubbish. You've done an overpay, and then you've got a situation 5 years later when that should be a 21-year-old halfback who's played 100 games. Instead, you've used a pick and a lot of money that you have a shortfall. And we are one of them teams that when it goes wrong, we buy it.
Yeah, James has suggested Myercheck, and I'm a firm no on Myercheck.
Oh, I love a little bit of Brody Myercheck, but I just don't believe you should buy rivals, to be honest. Yeah.
Johnny.
Hey, look, for the first time in my life, I get to come last, so that's good.
Get the final word, Pom.
That was good. Do you know what I mean? That's why we like this show, because there's a bit of self-depreciation from Pom. Do you know what I mean?
It's good.
He's not arrogant. He doesn't love himself. Here we go. Team Jono, look at that.
Team Jono. So I'll answer Wayne's question before around Billy Wilson. And for me, it's very much, I've picked this team based on what I'd like to see on the weekend. Basically getting out players who are injured and don't give me the total shits at the moment. Which is, to be fair, it's quite a lot of them. But for me, the rationale behind picking Billy Wilson is you want to see what's there that could potentially take you into the future. And I'm willing to cop one night of Billy Wilson not kicking the ball really well down at Frankston, where it's probably blowing a gale, to see how he goes under the lid at Marvel Stadium in his natural position. So that's kind of why I've picked him. I've picked McGovern again. Really interesting to see what they're going to do with Mitch McGovern. So there's 3 games left. He has 2 games to go to hit a trigger for 2026 for a contract. And I don't know if he will actually hit that trigger.
Do you think that's because he won't be available, or because the club doesn't want him to hit that trigger?
I think it's a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. And I think maybe a smidgen of McGovern also thinking he might not want to hit that.
I mean, he's been on my list of outgoing players all season. It's just the logical sort of player that fits that.
I think it's also time for the natural progression to move, for this team to move past someone like a Mitch McGovern. For as much as he's tried, he just hasn't been able to do the business and get out in the park. So
he's had some really good moments, but it's fine. He's a fine player to move on from.
Exactly. He's a player that you can afford to move on from, and it probably won't cost you big time. Like, I think there's sections of the Carlton community have finally stopped crying about Matthew Kennedy moving on, because I've seen Harry O'Farrell play and realize, okay, this is going to be good. Like, this is going to hold our defense down. Yeah, it's crap now that he's gone for a year and we won't see him, but you've seen what he can do and the levels that he can go to, you can only imagine. Whereas we know exactly what Matthew Kennedy is and was as a footballer. Yes, he's playing senior football at the Western Bulldogs, but is Matthew Kennedy in our team this year going to take us forward? No, probably not. So there's that. Centre line, Holland's up on the wing. He's labouring towards the end of the year, which is completely fine. I did some numbers today. Hollands is one of about 6 or 7 to play every game, if it's like that. We've used pretty much most of our list, to be honest. I want to see Campo in there just to get him another run again, get him to run and use the pristine conditions at Marvel Stadium, give him a chance to actually show off his skills. Fogarty didn't totally give me the shits on Sunday, so he earns his place. I've started. Well, I have to shout out my youngest brother Daron for this one, but we've started calling Jesse Motlop almost, because he's probably the most almost player in the comp. He gets himself into good positions, but he almost takes the mark. He almost kicks the goal. He almost gives off a really good handball. Well, he almost does a really good kick. He almost breaks a tackle, but he doesn't. So he's almost. Again, apologies to Zach Williams, because every single time I'm doing this team, he's the one that I seem to forget. On-ball rotation, Pitternet, Hewitt, and Lord. And then my bench. If Chera's good to go, they're going to play him. Hudson O'Keefe, the greatest ruckman of all time, comes in for Tom de Koning, because honestly, I'm just sick and tired of watching players go through the motions. Frankie Evans keeps his spot, whisper it, but he's only 23, and if he keeps this form line trajectory up, he's going to play himself into a new deal for next year, I reckon.
I think he will be at the club next year.
Yeah, that is one to watch.
Best player on the list.
Yeah. Watch the melts when that happens. And I'll pick Chincotta purely because if you're Michael Voss and you don't bring him in to do a negating role on one of Noah Anderson or Matthew Real, even if you do know your fate, you are asking to be sacked if you don't do that. So that's that. Lewis Young is the defensive cover on the bench. Questions?
I love it. I've got a question for you, and this one. You mentioned Chincotta going to do that negating role. The negating role. Was there any thought process? Because watching him against Frankston, like Frankston are a real tough side, but like he got a real bit of freedom last week and had that nice little zip, nice little bit of launch. Was there any thought process of maybe playing him as that extra midfielder? He kind of played that mid-forward role, which we really struggle with at Carlton, generated a lot of inside 50s. Is there a thought process of just maybe letting him cut loose and fight fire with fire at Gold Coast?
There was also the thought of maybe putting him back to half back where he was doing really well for the Rezzies before he got his game. So before he got his AFL debut. So that was also part of my thinking, to just let him run, let him use his frame and put his leg into the ball as well and really drive us forward. So yeah, there is something like that. But again, my thinking just comes to, if you're not doing this, you're asking to be sacked.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's rumours circulating at the minute on Twitter that he has been given his marching orders. I will say they're not from reliable sources, but they are what's starting to filter through from Icon Park, which could be interesting. LekDog, any questions for young Jono?
Yeah, look, not about the team. Jono, I want to circle back to Mitch McGovern because I now have a conspiracy theory. So the first question I'll ask you is, do you know how old Mitch McGovern is?
I don't, but I want to guess that he is... When was he drafted? 2014, so he would be drafted at the end of 2014, so he'd be 29, 30.
Yeah, so he'll be 31 at the start of next year. Yeah. No, he'll be 31 at the start of next year. So his next contract is probably his last contract.
Yes.
This is the conspiracy part. Now, we were debating whether he's going to play or not. You said 50-50, not sure that he'll play all the last 3 games. I said I don't think he will. I'm going to say something to you, and then you're going to tell me if you think he's going to play the last 3 games.
Sure.
Mitch McGovern has played 97 games for Carlton. He has 3 games left in his contract. Pommy, no. I know this will upset you. Jono, do you think he'll play the last 3 games?
Nah, I reckon he'll play 2, and then Carlton will say you are the 3rd member of the 99 club.
Okay.
The 4th member of the 99 club, I'm sorry. Shout out to Brad Fisher, Sam Rowe, and Matthew Kennedy if you're watching. I think that's what they'll do because they're fucking piss ants, aren't they?
I know. Well, if they play it for 3 games, Pom's upset.
Plug.
If they don't.
Shameless plug. Hello, Brandon. I'm loving this at the moment.
I couldn't do it. You know what? I agree with Stewson. You can't delist the whole team. But, I'm not going to ruin the video, but there is so many lateral improvements Carlton could make on the cheap for adding depth, just basing on data from some of these guys playing VFL versus other VFL players they played with. I like Mitch. I think he's been very serviceable, but I just, again, back to what I said about buying in a fullback. Harry Dean is going to hit the ground running. You're talking 6 months max. There is players that have dominated year one who are a lot worse than Harry Dean. So McGovern's got that spot, hasn't he? The way I see it, McGovern and Haynes are Harry Dean in a year's time. I'd rather just have Haynes there, teach him the dark arts. And if someone's foolish enough to take on Mitch McGovern, fair play to him. But Mitch McGovern would be a rookie deal if I was the list manager at best.
Oh, you'd put him on absolute Schwartz and say, you're here because we need you. It's a heavily incentivized contract, and unless you have an all-Australian type year, it's one and that's it.
That's brilliant by IBO. Tell you what, can I say, Rodolfo and IBO, some of your comments have been absolutely elite. Right, chat, I've got something for you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Right? Are you ready? Before you see my team, I need to make sure psychologically you are ready, because this is a statement team from Uncle Pom. Statement team. So you're going to have to be ready.
It's a lot of outs.
It's a lot of outs.
Statement team, right? Okay, so
I God, there is a fucking statement
Jesus
in that
Christ.
one. Jesus.
Okay, right. So we'll go through the ones that you're going to cry about.
Oh,
you're going to cry about. You're going to be cry about George Hewitt, right? Okay, 2 reasons that I've dropped George Hewitt. 1, no side in the world plays 2 Bulls, right? Like we do. Oh, that's number 1. Number 2, it's his 200th game, and he's worked his ass off. Am I going to give him 200 games against Gold Coast, one of the harshest ones? No. And option number 3, for us to move forward as a football team, it's either Cripps or Hewitt is the heavy lifter and put the run around him. It's killing us. Last week, I think the fact that Cripps and George were our 2 best players is part of the problem. Any other team, if you have that much ball-winning capacity, you should dominate the midfield, and we don't do it. So Cripps stays purely as his captain. I didn't think about it, IBO, but I think when you're in the shit, the guy who needs to play every game is your captain. He gets paid more money. Jordan Boyd comes back in. Wilson and Charleston, our half-back line is absolutely horrific. It might be the worst line I've ever seen. Nick Haynes, just play him at centre-half-back. I ain't doing the seaman retention policy that McGovern couldn't give less of a shit. So Charleston, I need to see him. He's been fantastic in the VFL. Wilson was brilliant this week. To answer Wayne's question, Adam Sarda's always kicked the ball like he's Douglas Bader after he's in the prisoner of war camp. So I'm happy with Wilson just being the line breaker. Charleston, incredible user of the football, as is Jordan Boyd. So I feel like I've got the kicking power I need. Wilson goes out there. Lockie Cowan up to the wing. He did it last week when Akers went to halfback the week before. I want to see that full time. Ollie Hollands, he played the wing yesterday. I like it. I feel like I've got my transitional threat. Cripps holding the fort. Ashton Moyer, Flynn Young, Hudson O'Keefe, centre half back. Mackay. I do like the fact Mackay. I want to caveat this. I liked he had 10 tackles. My issue is I've counted 5 from him fucking up a mark. Now, fair play, 5 tackles, brilliant, bravo. I'm very proud of you, but that should be 5 marks. Francis Evans, Durden, Motlop needs a spell, and full caveat, I'm dropping TDK every week. I'm dropping Motlop every week to protect him. I want him to go to the VFL, have some fun. Ollie Badar having the time of his life in the VFL, get him involved in that. Pitternet, Lord and Williams, that should be our running midfield. Cripps, hard work, handball into them 2 sexy specimens. Get it in me. Will White, I really enjoyed his game apart from last week, but please keep him in the forward line. He's not a halfback. Lucas Camparelli adds a little bit of rotation for us. Alex Chincotta comes into this side purely as his last chance. 3 weeks, play mid-forward. No tagging, mid-forward. Adam Cherry comes in. Adam Cherry here is going to be a spurt player. I want Adam Cherry just rotating around. And Sam Walsh, he's going to be my coup de grace. I am going to release Sam Walsh in the fourth quarter as my sub. Go out there, son. Have a little bit of fun. Get the vibes going. But Lewis Young, not continuing with him. Adam Sard, not continuing with him. Oh, Farrell, please. Baby Jesus, I'm asking here because he's my favourite of the Jesuses. Please make him be back round 1, 2027. Akers, Motlop, have a spell. Fogarty, I don't get it. Who the fuck wants a small forward to tackle and not kick goals? Please stop. TDK doesn't want to be here. And George Hewitt, genuinely, this is a respect thing from Uncle Pom. I'm not sending you to the Lambs to the slot. I'd rather give you the 200th in 2 winnable games next week. That's the team. Ask the questions, chat. No, you're going to be mean.
Before the questions, just an update. Someone's put it here that the board meeting's finished, and Michael Voss will go to work tomorrow still as the Carlton coach.
The road is on.
So, like as we were discussing,
a winding road.
As we were discussing before, he'll. Pardon me. He will see out the year, and then from there, who knows? Anyway, chat. Who's got questions for Uncle Pom?
LekDog, you got any questions? Come on, you grill me because George Hewitt's my favourite. Our favourite.
This is a word where you're the part of the team selection committee, right? So I understand the logic. So I'm taking out the fact that we're giving away signed George Hewitt Guernseys in like the Carlton AFL Twitter page is giving away signed Carlton George Hewitt Guernseys, because I'm just going to take that out of it and say in real life he's going to play, but we're doing Pom, Lek and Jono pick the team. I functionally agree with not having 2 Bulls in the team. How do you resolve that if you're in charge? You've made the decision this week, Hewitt, you're not in the team. Long term, next year onwards, what would you do?
Only one player plays. Like you are about to see a football team this week who has a bull in row, who's the modern day bull, runs both ways, is a good starter of chains, can take the game on, versus Carlton, who have got 2 guys who are just very good at getting the ball. So that means it's Lord and one of Cripps and Hewitt. So when it's Cripps and Hewitt, it's Cripps all day long. And George Hewitt is the extra, which you'd presume we did. Which is what we told him when we bought him, I would have imagined, wasn't it? Yeah. The next in. Cripps is the main man.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that Sydney toyed with his role a few times over his career. He played one year at half back. He's clearly an inside midfielder, and he is on because he signed as a free agent, or he's extended now. He'd be on a fixed contract. So I don't know what they're going to do. I think they kind of painted themselves into a corner,
haven't they?
Yeah.
I did think this way. I was going to be no Michael Voss, no Sam Walsh till round 1 next year. But I figured, look, let's get a look at what, if someone was competent, how our midfield would look. And there is no doubt in my mind, any coach, if Walsh is fit, would be in that midfield. Say what you want about Walsh. I think Walsh would be, if you gave this to McRae, Fagan, I would say probably 50% of coaches in the country would have Walsh first picked over Cripps.
Yeah.
Just the importance of that ability to run outside and inside.
So I guess to piggyback off what LekDog was going on about Hewitt and Cripps and the 2 Bulls, what's Chera's role in all of this?
It's a good question.
Both this week against the Gold Coast and moving forward, because they've just signed up Chera at the start of the year as well. So you're going to have round one next year. You're definitely going to have those three boys on the park. Well, you should have those three boys on the park. And then, as Matt Gandolfo's pointed out in the comments, you've got Ben Campo playing in the wings, waiting in the wings. And yes, this is his last week of his suspension, Matty. So what do you do there? You have three starting midfielders, and you've got the young starting midfield ball in the VFL that you want to get into the team at some point. So I'm curious, how do you retool Chera? We've seen him off half back a little bit. Meant to be a beautiful kick, but who knows where that's gone this year. What do you do there?
Keep in mind, before you answer, Pom, sorry, Andy Hill's asked saying we should just move Chera on. He did just sign, a 5-year extension? Was it 5 years?
Yeah, at the start of the year.
Yeah, so he ain't getting moved on.
Quality. I mean, it's tough. I mean, I think in an ideal world, you watch what Hewitt does. Hewitt's like, you look at Hewitt and you compare him. He's our Finn Callahan, our Nick Dacos, our Noah Anderson of all the other teams. He's the guy we target at the end of the stoppage to get the ball inside 50. In reality, if we were a normal football club, that would be Chera or Walsh. So that's why I think Hewitt and Cripps doesn't work, because it means Walsh and Chera have to almost share that auxiliary role, where in reality, you would have Chera as your accumulator, gets 30 touches every week, distributes it. Cripps is the guy who gets the ball out 30 times. Walsh and Jagger will be the guys you're looking to target in and around the area when you win the ball back to get the game moving forward. So it's weird. If I was the list manager, Adam Chera and Adam Saad wouldn't be on here, because if you're buying midfielders when you've had a plethora of top 5 picks before, either the guy before you is completely incompetent, or you are Helen Keller when you go and watch junior football, right? So that being said, there's not much you can do now. So you're going to have to kind of bite the bullet with Chera and go, right, okay, Hewitt and Cripps are probably 1 and 2 as midfielders if you rank them skill-wise and ability and consistency. In reality, though, you can only have one of them. So Chera's going to have to be that accumulator. And I'd rather see Chera or Walsh get the ball 30 times from a stoppage. So you'd have to do it. But in an ideal world, Lord Ben Camporelli is a more exciting proposition for that role.
Yeah, I think we'll get a good look this weekend with how it's meant to be, because you look at this is going to talk about the actual game, but if you look at how Rowell and Anderson have set it up all year, so Rowell's the monster bull in that. Like, he's the one that he gets all the contested possessions, the clearances, and lays all the big tackles. He's like the big brute of a guy. Noah Anderson's not small, but as you say, Pom, he's the one that they constantly look for to be that guy at the end of the chain, at the end of the stoppage, to really get them moving forward. So we'll get a look on Saturday night to see how they do it, and really the blueprint moving forward of what we should do. I'd love to see Chera get on his bike a little bit more as well. It's a good point from Cracker that he could play wing. I'd love to see him get on his bike and really just move. It does make me miss Dave Cunningham and wish what he could be, where he actually had a body not made of tissue paper.
Oh no. Yeah. Connor's his back leg. Connor Chat's back.
He died a long time ago.
Yeah. Did you see him in the Vaffo linking up with his old teammate Murkov? Those two are acting quite nicely.
Jesus Christ! Don't talk to me about Alex Murkov.
You know what? On ex-players, just want to give a shout out as well to Sam Ramsey, who's been horrifically diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer. So sending the love there. Like, we love the chef on the Pommyinoz channel. We were a big chef fan. So if you do watch this, mate, sending you all the best regards. That's horrible news. And before we pick the team, Carrydale, Hewitt in the centre, Cripps the centre half forward are playing third tall. I actually don't mind it, Carrydale. The only reason I didn't do it is I'm actually now, I didn't want to be a hypocrite and start saying, let's try new things when Voss has suddenly heard that Flynn Young played halfback, even though Agresta said that he was the conduit we needed between midfield and forward. So the only reason I didn't trial a third tall option, which I do like it, didn't want to do it because I was like, I can't do the rating show this week and go, why is Voss experimenting? He's about to get sacked. Couldn't do it to myself, so it was just purely that. Stewson, spot on. You know what? He started life as a halfback, though, but like that's gone out of his game. I agree with this cracker as well. The Motlop role is an option as well. Like if you want a midfielder, you've got 8 of them. Fucking use a midfielder. Mental concept. You know what I mean? If I want a steak, I don't fucking eat cardboard and just say, pretend it's steak. I go out and buy one. You know what I mean? G'day, Alex. Sending much love to you, mate. Right, let's pick this team then. LekDog and chat, get your backman in. I need a backman, mate. I need a man with back.
Harry Charlson will debut.
Hey! Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I love Harry Charleston, honestly. Great guy. Looks... Can I just say, you know why Harry Charleston's good? Have a look at him. He looks like he's a Geelong player. Like, you actually look at him. That's why he's good. He looks like he's a Geelong footballer. Jono.
Boydie. I know I didn't have him in mind, but we need him. But I love him.
I like Boyd. Who am I going to save? You know what? I don't want to do it, but
do it.
We kind of need a defender. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to do it. You know what, Pom? Stick to your guns, mate. Stick to your guns.
Back yourself.
I don't know what's happened to Wheaterin's name. Like, there we are. I'll bring him back. I am going to give the real MVP of my back line. Yeah.
He's the last.
Yeah. Look at that. Hainsey. He's playing key position. Chat. Get your defenders in. We need a centre halfback, a halfback, and a back pocket.
Haynes is about to. Sorry.
What?
Haynes is about to get extended. Another year on his contract. Take him through to age. Is that 37 or am I making that up?
He looks about 42, so I'd agree. But chat, Akers, Carroll, Cherachin, Cotter, Cowan, Cripps, Durden, Evans, Flynn Young, Fogarty, Hewitt, Camporelli, Lord, McGovern, Mackay, Moyer, Motlop, Ollie Hollands, O'Keefe, Pettinett, Walsh, Wheaterin, White, Wilson, Williams, and Young. So have a look. Lots of names coming in. Carroll, Cowan, Cow.
Waiters.
Shiny Blade. Look, I'm not a huge Boydie man, but I just had to put him in the team because my halfback options, Shiny Blue, were the 2 Irish guys. And I was like, the club's taken the piss enough without me adding into it.
This is pretty locked in, mate. Carroll, Cow, and Weeders.
Tell you what, can I just say that is the sexiest halfback line I can remember Carlton having since there was Yaron there.
Oh, don't.
Look at that.
Yeah. Things
you got kicking, sexy tattoos, knowledge, speed, poise.
Do you reckon we can trade any of these guys for pick 12 and then they never play again? Or
yeah, do you know what I mean? Then you've got this guy here, Wheaterin, who sounds like how the fucking Germans would have a verb to look after vegetation. So I agree. Right, midfield. Let's go.
Okay. I will be putting... I'll be putting Lucas Camporelli on field. I don't want to risk him not making the team.
Hello, Lucas.
Hello, Lucas.
What's gone on with Lucas? Like, he debuted round 1.
We debuted round 1 and we lost to Richmond, and then I guess the coach just thought it was his fault.
And at no point did And at no point did Voss might think that's because we had about 800 contested balls and got absolutely battered on the overlap.
Bazari was good enough for the round 1 to 4 or whatever it was team and has not been able to find his way back in. Strange. Or did he just play round 1 and 2? Whatever it was, weird that he was able to crack the starting team and hasn't returned.
It's always good. It's always good. John, I need some midfielders. Chat, get your midfield selections in.
You're getting one. Cooper Lord is going to be on the ball.
Nice. Is he tagging or is he just midfielding?
No, he's just midfielding and being good.
Can I just say, Cooper Lord playing on the ball and having his best game? Pickle me shocked. Pickle me shocked to midfielding. I can't do it. I can't do it. I wanted to put Cowan on the wing. Oh, God. It's getting really hard to pick a midfield of people that I like. So I'm going to cheat. Cripps, I like you. So I'll leave it up to chat. Chat, 3 midfielders. We need a winger. We need a ruckman. And we need a rover. Akers, Carroll, Chera, Chincotta, Durden, Evans, Flynn Young, Fogarty, Hewitt, McGovern, Mackay, Moyer, Motlop, Ollie Hollins, O'Keefe, Pitner, Walsh, White, Williams, Young. Michael Voss, fresh from his future meeting, 5 donated. Thank you very much, Michael. Peace, love, and light to you. If you did get a freebie, imagine if that is Michael Voss. Could you imagine the scenes? I hope it is. And make sure you give him some love, chat. I can't see on my screen who has got it. Hey, there you are, Kuzi. Good man. Good. There you are. Look. So we've got speak English. It's your native language. Hollands, Motlop Rock, Pitto, Hollands, Williams, Plowman. Jesus. Hollands, Moyer. Ooh, tell you what.
Moyer. Give me Moyer in the centre bounce, actually.
Tell you what, so Pitternet's definitely safe.
Yeah, and I reckon it's Ollie and Williams.
I think it's Ollie and Williams. You see, Moyer in the midfield, hook it to my veins. Can I just say, congratulations as well. No one's noticed that we literally did. Michael Voss is watching. Let's hope fucking TDK's not, because he'd definitely be leaving, because me and Lek have ran a hate campaign for 5 weeks on him. An absolute smear campaign. You and me.
He's corrupted me as well, mate.
I can't wait for him to leave and go, yeah, I was watching the selection table and these bastards started to hate me. Fuck him.
It's got nothing to do with that. He's not helping us win games, and Hudson O'Keefe needs to play.
Yalla, forwards.
Yeah, I'm with you. Lek, forwards. Chuck, get ready.
Frankie Evans.
Fun time, Frankie. Bro's back. Because they should drop Kerner. Mate, he's done that for you. He's done himself a knee mischief.
Yeah.
Didn't play last week.
Done himself a knee mischief. Hey, Ashton, come here.
You know what would be great is the only way that you could top off my year is if like someone leaked that he actually hurt his knee because he played basketball. Darth, he is.
Yeah.
So he's available for selection this week, as per the club. Chera's the one that's the question mark. If you read it, they did that horrible thing where everyone else is available, but it's like subject to test, but everyone else has passed the test. Fantastic. Forward, who do I want to save? You know what? Screw it. I'm bringing him in. He is going to be my pet this week. Will White at our forward.
Oh, Jeffy.
Gonna do it. Do you know what I mean? So, chat, we need more forwards. Give me your forwards. You need a centre half forward, a full forward, and a forward pocket. You've got Akers, Carroll, Cherry, Cincotta, Durden, Young, Fogarty, Hewitt, McGovern, Mackay, Motlop, O'Keefe, Walsh, Flynn, Lewis Young.
Come on, chat, pick my boy. I can't believe I even gave this a chance to slip.
Don't do it, chat. Drop him. I'm with you, Shiny Blue. I was going to put him in there, but I thought chat surely will give our lovely man his game that he so deserves.
So look, H is in. One of the Youngs is in. I'm just not totally sure which one.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's Flynn.
I'm guessing it's Flynn.
Yeah, Flynn Young. Why has Flynn Young been getting so much hate?
I don't know.
Don't know. He had that chase down the wing where he just couldn't catch up. Maybe people were mad at him about that. Hawk.
There you are. Look. Okay, so we've got the extended bench. Who are we going with?
I am going to pick Matt Carroll.
Oh, Carroll, I was but a fool. Mr. Jono?
I am going to pick Pom Cotter.
Pom Cotter, there he is. This is tough. This is like...
Who do you not like the least, Pom?
God, this is hard. This is like, I just don't want to do it. It's like having a choice between, I've just got to go to the bar and pick someone to sleep with my wife. You know what? I'm not ensconced by it, but I'm putting a small forward Durden in there. Right, chat. You've got 2 spots left, right? You've got Akers, Cherry, Fogarty, Hewitt, McGovern, Motlop, Walsh, Young.
I reckon I can tell you who they're going to be picking.
Yeah.
Hey, look, chat, I wanted to leave the Hewitt decision up to you. I made my case. I think you'll go Hewitt. We've only just
Hewitt.
begun.
So what have we got? This other person's probably the sub. No, it's not. Carlton used the small forward as a sub, so Durden will be the sub.
I reckon George is definitely in.
Yeah.
Georgie Porgy pudding in pie.
This is really like, it's Lewis Young and Motlop leading the votes here for the last spot.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That is amazing. You know what, actually, Darth? I did not realise that. You are spot on. I did not
Hewitt's
realise.
in DBK. Hewitt's in.
Darth, spot on. I did not. I just noticed on my thing, I wrote round 24-3. And I put it 22. So great spot. Apologies for that. So yeah, Walsh is not counted, chat. Okay, so it looks like it's Hewitt and Motlop then.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. It's not very inspiring, is it?
Yeah.
There you are. So Boyd, Charleston, Wilson, Camporelli, O'Keefe, Pom Cotter come in.
I'd be happy with that.
I'm happy with that. I'm not going to be able to do the pleasantries, Pom, so I just want to say thank you to you for running this show. You're a beautiful human. Jono, I love you. Chad, I love you. I have to jump out. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, make sure you go and follow LekDog on his Twitter. But Jono, if they go to Gardner Stand, what kind of things, if I enter your chat, are you doing in the off season and towards the end of the season?
towards the end of the season and off seasons when we're actually going to kick off. So we're going to have, it won't quite be rolling coverage of the changes that Graham Wright makes, but we'll definitely do a quarterly review. We'll pull apart the fucking mess that's happened. Pom's going to join us in talking about some, I haven't told you about this yet, but Pom's going to join us to help us profile the fellas that we know we're going to be bringing in. So talking about some Harry Dean, Jack Eisen, potentially Tyson Gresham as well. So have a little bit of a getting to know you session with those boys, and then be into pre-season before you know it, and also working out our changes and how we actually move forward from whatever the fuck this year was.
Mate, I can't wait to join you. I will look forward to doing that because I love talking draftees, as you know. So looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll have some more clarity as well on what kind of picks we maybe get, because hopefully by that stage Jack has made his choice and everyone else has actually told us if they're staying or leaving. So there might be some guys joining us as well that we don't know about. Yeah. Just to confirm, Mitch Cleary, as per Damien, is now reporting they had a 5-hour board meeting and Michael Voss will remain as coach.
Yeah, and the updates that I've gotten was this board meeting was about mainly working through what Graham Wright's changes might be. So no decision on the coach tonight. That's not to say that they won't make a decision on the coach later, but from some of the stuff that I've just gotten in the last little bit, it was mainly to walk through the plans for the future, not necessarily make a call. So I reckon we're leaving with that, Pom, and they can ruminate on everything.
No news is good news. Singing the blues. No update on that. They've just basically said he'll remain for now. So that'll be, who knows what that means? Do you know what I mean? Who knows what that means? But he's not going. On the Pommyinoz channel, what we've got there's the West Coast video coming out this week. So if you are a Carlton fan, or it's a really good video to watch, because what we're doing is we're breaking down all the non-finals teams, starting 18th, working our way up, but West Coast. So they'll be all broken down into what's gone wrong, what's gone right, and then there'll be elements of how to do it cheap, how to do it expensive, and how to do it traditionally, or how to do it the new way. So we'll be going into great detail. So it's really good to watch, because in them videos we'll give some names of players. So if you are a Carlton fan, it'll just get you used to the kind of system, because we're 12th, 11th. So we'll be like video 7. There's the mock draft dropping at some point this week. So if you watch the power rankings, because some of them people won't feature in the mock draft, some will, because obviously we do a needs analysis for the mock draft. The power rankings are just the players in preference of what I like. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you next week. Hopefully we'll have a full crew next week. If I'm not, I'm going to have to start throwing fists. But Jono, thanks for joining me as always. Chat, love you to pieces.
Pleasure, Pom.
See
Peace
you
and
soon.
love, everyone.
Go Blues. Bring back 4 points.